This video I'm going to share you how to mount an object storage bucket on a Linux server. So first we need to go ahead and log in to the cloud console. So my server is running on cloud itself, and same way you can do on premises as well. But for now my server is on cloud. I will be using this server. So let's connect to this server first. I will just quickly check if I have the values. Okay, so this is my server. So I am using a tool terminus to log into my server. So this is a DB level server, and if I do, so you can see we have various mounts, but right now what we want to do is to mount an object storage bucket. So let's see how we do that. First important thing is, let's go to etc yum.repos.d, and let me show you what is the current version right now. So this is Oracle Linux 7.9 where I am doing this exercise. I will clear it up, go back, and we will see there are various repositories. So one repository that we have is EPL repository. In case you don't have, I will give you the link how to set up a EPL repository. Once this is done, next thing what we need to do, we have to install a utility called as S3FS that is used for S3 specific mounts to be mounted on a Linux server. So what we will do, yum install, make sure you have root privilege or you are logged in with a user which is having a root privilege to install this S3FS dash fuse, and I will hit enter. Okay, so right now if you see the repositories that we were having, it doesn't has this S3FS fuse. So now what we need to do, we need to go ahead and install another or add another EPL repository. So how to do that? Let me show you that as well. I will clear it up. That's why I showed you earlier that if you are seeing a EPL repository, it might not be possible that that particular file is not here. So I will clear it out and I will make a new file just to make sure. EPL dash, let's say dash ol7 dot repo. This is a different repository file I'm creating. Here I will give the value ol7 underscore epel. I will give a name equal to Oracle Linux $release. So don't worry about this. I will give you the link below. You can use that. You can simply copy paste it. No need to write this much. Dollar BA search. Now I will give the base URL of this repository. http colon yum.oracle.com .repo Linux ol7 slash per underscore epl slash dollar ba search gpg key so it's good to mount and it will help in various ways if you want to put something on directly on object storage bucket from the server key Oracle GPG check equal to 1 enabled equal to 1. Save it. Now we will do the same command again, and now let's see if we are able to capture and find the S3FS utility in this new repository. So now if you see, now we are able to find it, and this was the repository name that we have given in our file eplm ol7.repo, and it is asking me to install. I will press Y to get it installed. So this is done. This is quite quick. Now once this is done, next important thing is make sure that you have NTP enabled. So I will clear it up. I will go back and make sure I have installed, in case you don't have NTP installed or enabled, so you can install it. So this has been done. I will clear it out. Now I will enable NTP and start it. Systemctl start NTPD. Once this is done, I will do systemctl enable NTPD, and this is enabled to start at the boot time. Now let's validate time date CTL. Okay, so right now if you see, it is not synchronized, so we will wait for some time to get it synchronized. Meanwhile, what we will do, we will go to our OCI console and create a compartment, and before the compartment I will show you how to make sure the compartment is S3 compatible. Okay, so we will switch back to our OCI console. Now from the OCI console I can go right top corner where you can see profile. In profile you have your tenancy, so go to the tenancy. In the tenancy you can see edit object storage settings. Once we see it, so it will show you which compartment will be set to the S3 compatibility. So I have selected a specific compartment which will be used for S3 compatibility. So I have given that. If you want to select the root one, you can select the root so that everything will be S3 compatible, or you want any specific compartment. So I will keep the gold compartment as the S3 compatible, and in case you are changing it, save it and come back here. Once this is done, I will go back to my storage. Now we need to go ahead and create a specific bucket in the respective compartment. Make sure your compartment selected is correct, which is S3 compatible. Now we will create compat bucket, and I will say it as OCI Linux shared. So this will be my name. That's it. I will simply go ahead and click on create. Once it is created, you can go inside it and we can see this is the namespace which we will be using further. We don't need to change anything in visibility or anything, that should be kept private. Once that is done, I will go back on my server to see what is the current scenario. So NTP synchronization is still going on, so I will leave it for the time being. Next thing important is how the server is going to access that bucket. So to access that bucket, what we need to do, we need to simply go ahead and create credentials. And now we are going to see how we are going to create those credentials to access that. Moving ahead, once we move ahead, I will simply go to my identity here. So on the right top profile, once you click, the first option will be your identity. Click there and the user that you have logged in with. So I am logged in with my admin account. Once I logged in it here, I will go to my left bottom where you will see a resources. In the resources, you have a customer secret key. Click on it. So if you see, an already key is there, but I will not be able to use this key. Why? Because whenever we create a key, we get a access key along with a secret ID. Now I have the access key that I can see, but the secret ID I'm not sure where I've copied, so I will create a new key here. So let's open a new document and I will make it a plain text document. Okay, once this is done, I need to make sure that I write it, so that's why I opened it, and I will come back to my OCI console and click on generate secret key. I will give it as 3fs new. Okay, and click on generate secret key. So if you see, this will be shown only once and it will never be shown again. So make sure that you copy it correctly. I will just click on copy, open my notepad and copy it here. That's it. So it's very important to keep this value somewhere, else you will miss this later on. Either you note it down somewhere, take a screenshot and keep it at some safe place. Close it down. Once this is done, now my secret key, I got it. Now I need to get my access key. So my access key is here. If you see, this is my access key. So I have to simply click here and copy it. Once copied, what I will do, copy my access key. So the important thing is my access key and my secret key has to be in the same line I need. So I will separate them with a semicolon. I will simply copy the secret key and put it in same line. So now my access key along with my secret key is here separated by a semicolon. Okay, this will be needed. So till now we have done most of the things that are needed. Validate whether my NTP is synchronized. So you can see NTP synchronized, or you can check NTP stat. So it will say it is synchronized. In some cases you might need to reboot the server because first time it might not pick it, so you might need to reboot the server. Once this is done, so we are almost all set to start with our mounting procedure. So what we need to do, we have to simply go ahead and in the directory, root directory, I will create a file. So what I will do, I will clear up and I will create a file. So file password mostly with the user root. So I will create a file name as pass s3fs. So you can take any name. For now I will take this name vi, and what we have to simply paste the value that we actually have made from the access key and the secret code. So I will just simply copy it and insert it here, save the file. Make sure the file has restricted permission, so I will change it to change mod 600 and we are good with this. So our file is created. Now next thing what I have done, I have quickly created a command, write it down to explain. So this is the command that is used for mounting of my object storage bucket. So first important thing is what is my bucket name. So in our case, let's go. We have created a object storage bucket. I will copy that name. I will go to the bucket and this is my name. I will just simply copy it and I will place it here. So this is my bucket name. Next, the destination directory. So I will come back to my server and I will make a directory mkdir slash OCI, I will, let's say, give it as OCI mount. So I have created a directory as OCI underscore mount. Okay, so right now if we just validate, it's an empty directory and it is currently in the root because it is not used anywhere for mounting. So this is my directory, so I will pick this name and put it in my command. Okay, this is done. Now next thing what we need to do is give the name of your region, so the endpoint region. So in my case, if you see it, this is Hyderabad, so this is the region. So in case you have any other regions, you have to select that specific region. So the value of this region is AP Hyderabad -1. So I will copy this and paste it here as a region. I will need this value at one more place, is this region. I will put it here as well. That's it, this I have done. Next thing, the password file I already created and kept the value, which is fine. Now next thing is the namespace of my object storage bucket. I will go to my object storage bucket, click here, and this is my namespace name. I will copy it, put it here and paste it. So, and make sure this command is option no multipath is as it is. So this is the command. In case you have any doubts in the command, you can get this command from the link of my blog that I will mention. You can easily get it from there and copy paste it. You don't need to write it. Only values you have to replace. Now I will simply go ahead, copy this command and paste it here. Okay, just validate the values. They all look good. I will simply enter. Okay, now if I do df-h, we can see my OCI mount is mounted. Now if you see, right now I'm on OCI mount folder, and if I do df-h present directory, it is still showing because I was already present. I will change to root. I will come back to my OCI mount, and now if I check it, it is under S3FS. Same way you can put that entry in your etcfs tab to make sure it is automatically mounted every time you reboot or boot your server. Hope that is clear. Now let's say quickly I create a file, touch, let me clear the space. I will make a file touch Himanshu Linux, and I will write something here. Insert, please subscribe to my channel, save it. This is done, this file is here. Now let's go to my object storage bucket and see if I can see that file. So if you see, this file is present here. Now same thing, if I upload anything here, let's say I will upload a file, maybe any file, let's say some custom image. I will upload it here and put it, close it. So now we have this file. Now we will validate that against the mount, so I can see that image as well. So the both ways, now I can copy file from my server to OCI or OCI bucket, and I can access it on my server as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and share.